So you're trying to have a difficult conversation with your spouse, but you don't know how or where to start. You're thinking about avoiding the conversation because it's uncomfortable, and if you avoid it, it'll bring peace in the relationship and it'll keep peace in the home. The good news is you don't have to, because in this video, I will share a simple but profound way to start any difficult conversation. And towards the end, I will share a guiding principle from a Bible verse that will make any difficult conversation easy to handle. Welcome back to the all-new Total Marriage Transformation channel. And I'm Dr. Delroy Fredericks of Hope Conquers Marriage Enrichment, where I help couples transform their relationship personally and spiritually. Now let's get back into the video. So this thing has been on your mind, and you know it's a difficult conversation because you're feeling uncomfortable about it. You've tried to communicate about it before, and it started off well, but quickly turned into a disagreement or an argument. So you say to yourself, maybe it was the wrong time. Maybe he or she was in a bad mood. Maybe too much was on their plate. Now, have you ever been there? Comment below if you've ever been there. But I want you to listen to me, because there comes a point when you have to stop making these excuses and just have the difficult conversation. So in this video, you are going to learn some things that I will now teach that will guarantee you to be able to start the difficult conversation. So listen to me. You don't have to make excuses anymore. Just learn what I will teach you now, and I guarantee you'll be able to start any difficult conversation. I call it the ask, share technique. Now, this applies to marriage between a husband and wife, or in any relationship that you have a difficult conversation that you may want to engage in. So the first thing you're going to do is ask permission for a time before bringing up the difficult conversation. And this is critical to understand. So you can say something like, if you're speaking to the person, you're speaking to your spouse, you can say something like, I would like to have a conversation with you about, and you have to tell them what it's about from now, because it's going to ease into the conversation if they have an idea what the conversation is. So let's say something happened last night or 2 days ago. You'll say, I would like to have a conversation with you about what happened last night. Is now a good time to do that? This is critical. You're asking permission. Ask. If the person says yes, you will go to step 2, which is the share. If the person said, you know what, now is not a good time, then you ask, when is a good time for us to do that? They might say, you know what, later tonight, tomorrow, whenever that is. At that time, you will now go into the share, because first you ask, you got the permission, now you're going to the share. And in this step, you will share your fears, because it's uncomfortable, it's a difficult conversation. So you are going to let your guards down a little bit, let them know. You're going to share your fears and your positive intent about the conversation and the relationship in general. So what does that look like? Well, you can say, I like to talk about the situation, and be specific, the one that happened last night. But I'm afraid of having this conversation because it's uncomfortable. And I'm actually afraid of saying the wrong things. So please be patient with me. My intent is that after we talk, we will better understand each other, and this will help us to be more connected, more on the same page, because I love you and I love this relationship, and I really want us to grow in love more with each other. Is now a good time? Now this technique is guarantee you a good start, because number one, you're getting permission. Number two, you're sharing your fears to let them know it is uncomfortable, and you're also helping them to put their guards down, because now they're now more prepared for this uncomfortable conversation. And once they say yes, you can then use this following framework. You start off the conversation by stating how you are feeling about the specific thing that is bothering you. You can say something like, I'm really feeling upset because when this happened, and like I said, just be specific, and you're only going to talk about one thing at a time. You're going to say, I felt like, as an example, however you feel, I felt like you didn't care. I felt kind of disrespected. I felt unloved. Whatever it is, just tell them your feelings, but you're using I to start this off. I felt this way. After you share how you felt, then you'll state your fear of what could happen if this behavior that upset you continues, or what it might do to the relationship if this behavior just continues. So you can say something like this. Even though this is uncomfortable to talk about, I appreciate you hearing me out, because one of my fears was if I didn't say anything, it would actually push us apart rather than connect us more. And I really don't want that for the relationship. So tell me, what are your thoughts on what I just shared? Now comment getting this if you're getting this. Comment getting this if you're getting this. Because I need you to understand, this is just to get you started. You will still need to use communication skills to get through the entire discussion. And these skills can be learned. One of the ways you can learn these skills is in our Let's Talk virtual or in-person communication building workshop. You can always check the link for the description below. So once you now are at that place where you were able to start the difficult conversation, I want to share with you a Bible verse that has helped me the most. And I actually have used this verse to help many couples start difficult conversations and to make difficult conversations easy to handle. And that verse is James 1:19. I know many of you know that verse. Type in comment if you're familiar with this verse. James 1:19. And this basically says everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. I'm going to let that sink in. This verse is a powerful verse. And I don't have time to go through all of this in this video, but we actually did a masterclass called Inviting Communication, Making Difficult Conversations Easy to Handle. And you can actually check that out for free when you activate your trial membership in the Hope Conquers Marriage Enrichment Institute. Check below in the description. Now, if you found this video valuable, subscribe as I post a new video every week, and comment below what other strategies you have used in the past to start off a difficult conversation, and leave me a question or two and I will respond. Until the next time, see you in the next video.